I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Today I'm going to be talking about the IDR, IRS Form 4564, which talks about the request that IRS sends out to get additional information and documents. So first of all, I just want to tell you about me. I'm a former agent. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I have been in private practice for 40 this August. I will have been doing this for 50 years. If you're going through an audit or need representation, you're welcome to call us for a consultation. Anyway, I try to, with these videos, I try to tell you what you need. I don't try to babble about myself. You're here to find out information about really the audit and not about me. I do these videos for 3 reasons, so you don't get ripped off. Number 2, I do educate you. I try to give you insider information. And also, by the way, if you want to see me in a coat and tie, you can go to my website. It's 777irs.com. You can see my whole team of former IRS agents that are there and my many, many news videos that I've posted. Anyway, if you're going through an IRS audit, let me just tell you the process so you know what's going on. By the way, the computer audits your tax return. The computer algorithms goes through your return and says, boop, 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 boop. These are the things that we want to see because they don't match up. They're really off the radar to IRS. IRS has a norm, a standard. It's called the diff process for diff scoring. And if you fall out of that diff in a couple areas or the score goes high, IRS wants to see your tax return. And what they do, I'm going to read it right down here so you know, an IDR is issued, which is Form 4564. The form is used during your tax audit to request information. They can go ahead and ask for 2 or 3 of them. In many tax audits, IRS usually goes ahead and asks for this information at the beginning, and generally after they develop the situation, the information document requests, they will have, in fact, ask for more. What usually happens is the auditor gets this report and says, hey, these are the items we think are suspect. They look at the return, they send out the letter, and boom, now they start gathering information. You send them documents, IRS opens, expands the audits if they want. They'll see an area, they may see a partner, they may see something else that doesn't look right. They will issue another 4564 to go ahead and request new other documents. They can go on and on and on and on. One of the things you want to do is hopefully to keep IRS to that one tax year so they don't go ahead and keep requesting more and more and more. One of the suggestions that I give you maybe to help frame the audit so IRS just doesn't keep going crazy on this, what I would do is I would go ahead and put your work together very neat in a nice neat package, have it organized. This way the auditor you have the appearance of having a really nice neat packaging system to give IRS. You're going to give them the copies or send them to them email depending on what they want. But don't be surprised. You may have some anal auditors and they may ask for more. But as the case progresses, you don't know where the case is going to end. That auditor that you have has complete discretionary authority to do whatever they want during that audit. So when you go in, let me just tell you, one of the advantages of having like former IRS agents do your work. I'm not patting myself on the back, but we kind of know where IRS is going on all these because we've done that job. So a lot of times we can head things off, or we can give them these documents to cut that off. Just so you know, once IRS gets into a case, they can go wherever they want. They can go back 3 years. If there's a partnership or a corporation, they can ask for other people's tax returns. So just so you know, IRS is, when an auditor is on you, you're going to have a hard time cutting them off. Personally, if you have to do this audit by yourself, Just be really well organized. That's all I can tell you, and give them the prompt documents when they want. If you can afford audit, this is, by the way, how I tell people if they need somebody like us or they want to do this on their own. If you feel good about your records, don't hire anyone. You don't need to hire anybody. You got good records. If your records are about, and I say, if your records are only, you feel, up to a 7, you probably need to hire someone. Let your gut tell you whether you need to hire someone. You don't need to hire somebody on every audit, but just be aware. Anyway, if you have any questions about the audits, by the way, even if when this audit is finished, you don't like the audit, you can go ahead and always go to appeals. After you go to appeals, you can always go to tax court. So you have options, and you'll have other people look at your case. Thank you very much. Give me a subscription if you would. I gave everything I had to you about the IDR and the 4564. Thank you.